Yo, what's up? This is gonna be the first video on my channel. I'm gonna be going over a client result of ours, and kind of explain how we were able to do $500 days. And before I get into all of the elements that made this possible, I just wanted to give some context. So this client came to us with little to no organic motion, and we pretty much had to build their entire sales system around ads. Um, the 31st of March was the first day we started running ads for them. We had a $35 a day budget, as you guys can see down here. Well, we spent 41 for the day. 12x ROAS, 11 website purchases. Yeah, that was just the first day. I think we maintained like an 8x ROAS, which is pretty decent for anyone that doesn't know what ROAS is. It's basically return on ad spend. So every dollar that you put in, or that we put into Facebook, we got about $8 back in sales. So pretty good return on investment. As I said, this is just the first day where we were running. We were running for multiple days. So yeah, let me just go into some of these stats real quick. So obviously 500 in sales, 11 orders, 4% conversion rate. Anyone running a clothing brand or an e-com store will know a 4% conversion rate is really, really good. I'm going to be covering how we did that as well. And then obviously here, 12x ROAS. I'm going to be covering how we were able to do that as well. But that kind of that's it for the context. So let me go straight into, or let me explain first kind of what I'm going to be going over. So first of all, product. Then I'm going to be going over Meta slash the Facebook ads side of things. Then I'm going to be going over the website. And then I'm going to be going over the offers that we are running. I want to make this video kind of mid-length. I want to give you guys enough insight that you can, take a lot of these tips and go apply it to your own brands and see a big difference from it. So yeah, let me just get straight into it. So first of all, product. We run a basic piece. It was just a regular pair of sweatpants, nothing insane. It was literally really, really similar to this piece actually. But yeah, if you want to make a piece that has a good chance of being a winning piece, so something that will sell well, through organic and through ads, you need to look at what's currently trending, and you need to look at other brands, in your niche. Like for example, if you do streetwear, I would look at maybe what Project Capri is doing right now. I would look at what some of Quan's brands are doing right now. If you do kind of more like underground sort of clothing, I would definitely look at brands like Peace and War, I Hate Garments, like a bunch of those brands, and then kind of just see what those brands are doing and what's trending right now, and then figure out how to repackage those trends and pieces into your own piece, and then I'd go hire a designer because a lot of clothing brands or brand owners think that they can just sit down with their iPads, design and make a winning piece, but like a lot of brand owners just are not good enough at designing to be able to go and make winning pieces like these. So you really do need to hire a designer who has a proven track record of making winning pieces, so that you can sort of make sure that your piece doesn't flop when you when you drop it and when you run ads with it. But yeah, I mean, product is extremely simple. Look at trends, look at what other people are doing. Don't copy, recreate, hire a designer. Simple. So yeah, that's kind of it to products. Okay, so Meta. So we ran with a lower budget. It was a testing CBO, like 35 a day, as you guys were able to see, which is not a lot. I mean, usually you'd want to test with like minimum 50 a day for multiple days. But yeah, because we had such a low budget, we were only able to test less creatives, which meant our creatives had to be pretty decent off rip. We just did a regular broad targeting campaign. Anybody running ads or that knows anything about ads will know broad targeting campaigns are the meta right now, or not even the meta, but are just kind of what you should be doing right now instead of like interest stocks or whatever, at least when it comes to sales. How we made the creative, so we analyzed what was working for other brands and took our own spin on it. This is a really, really important step. You can't just go into Canva or Photoshop or whatever and just take your product, slap the offer next to it, and just call it a day. You really have to go and find competitors in your niche and look at what sort of ads they're running. I would use this tool. Let me just write it in here. I would use this tool here called Buy is Free. I was put onto it by one of my boys. It's really useful. You can take a look at lots of stats. It's actually pretty helpful for helping you find a winning product as well, because you can see um, what products on a brand's site sell the most. But yeah, you can see all the ads the brand has run, how many days the ad was running for. The longer the ad has been running for, obviously the more money it's making them. You know, you won't be running an ad for like 7 days, if you're losing money on it every day. So yeah, you just go take a look, or well, we will go and take a look, at what other brands were doing using that tool I just showed you guys. Look at what ads have been running the longest, and then we sort of try and recreate those creatives kind of with our own style. Yeah, I take a look at a lot of different brands in your niche, because you need as much inspiration as possible for creatives. Now we had some creatives with lots of editing, like here for example, and some which were just regular on-body pictures of the piece. If you guys look at any brand and what sort of creatives they run, a lot of them will be with this sort of style here, just literally just the product on a nice background, or the product on body in a nice background. These sort of creatives are good to run if you have a pretty bold offer, I'd say, and if it matches the brand aesthetic. But usually these sort of creatives with minimal editing will perform a lot better. Um, yeah, pretty simple. Simpler creatives did end up getting us way more sales. As I just said here, we had one video and one like super simple creative like this that just ripped. I think it got us like 15 purchases um in like a few days, and that was only the start of it. But yeah, obviously the creatives have to match the brand's vibe and the brand's aesthetic. So for example here, Peace and War, I've like if you're into clothes or whatever, you'll know like this kind of matches the clothes, or it just looks nice. But yeah, that's kind of it for meta slash creatives. I'd say go look at what other people are doing, recreate it with your own twist, and make sure your product is good if you want it to work out well. Yeah, pretty simple. So next, website. Your website should be as simple as possible. Overcomplication is not a good thing, as long as you have the necessary basics in place and you want to make it as easy as possible for the customer to buy. So you'll see a lot of brands have like this little screen where you can click enter or shop, and then it brings you to their landing page, or their home page, which isn't great if you're running cold ad traffic, because it just makes everything a lot harder for the customer. It complicates stuff for the customer. Yeah, you want to just make it really simple. Like all of the best brands just have their landing page, so the page that you click on, or the page that you get on when you click on the ad, set up like this. So they'll literally just have that. My drawings are ass, so just don't mind those. And then they'll have a person wearing the product here. And then they'll have kind of a shop now button here. So they make it extremely easy for the people coming from us to get onto the product and actually get onto the product page. Unlike, brands where you have to click this to enter, and then you have to scroll down there to find the product and all that type of stuff. But yeah, so we structured our site sort of like that, where we had our hero image with a shop now button. Then we have products under that, and policies and reviews, and maybe more pictures of people wearing the product. Then up here we have like, or let me draw it actually. Up here we'd have like a banner with whatever offer we were running, and it would have a countdown timer as well. And then for the product page, we just have actually a lot of nice pictures of the product, lifestyle shots of the product, then obviously description, FAQs on shipping, returns policy, all of that. Then reviews, testimonials. But yeah, so that's kind of how we structured it. So I just kind of went over how we structured the site. I've kind of gone over this, but these are kind of the stuff you want to have implemented at a bare minimum to be getting pretty decent conversion rate. So reviews, we use Judge.me, banners, policies, trust symbols, FAQs, social proofs, and countdowns, which is basically banners. Um, but yeah, having all of these is super important as most of your ad traffic will be cold and not trust you. So you need to make it really, really easy for them to trust and buy from you because a lot of people have made really, really bad experiences with clothing brands. So you need to make it as easy as possible for them to trust you. And you do that by um, having lots of reviews, having prevalent like shipping policies, returns policies, trust symbols, and FAQs, and maybe even also a section where someone can contact the brand, like those sections where you can like write a message and put in your email, and then you can send a message to the brand owners. Um, yeah, so that's kind of it with what your website needs. It doesn't need to be insane or like super thought out. It just needs to be super simple. Include a few key things, look clean and trustworthy. That's pretty much what allowed us to get those 4% conversion rates. Um, yeah, so then the last thing I'm going to talk about is the offer. Now, anyone doing e-com, especially with paid ads, offers are extremely important. I feel like a lot of clothing brand owners don't really know that, or a lot of smaller ones don't know that because they don't really, deal with ads too much, or they're just not knowledgeable about ads. There's two types of offers you can run. So there's a first grade offer, which is the customer doesn't have to do anything to attain it. So it would be, for example, Nike having a sale on their site for like 20% off. You don't have to do anything to get those 20% off. It's like the whole site is 20% off. You don't have to sign up, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do anything. So the whole site is 20% off. Now the other type of offer there is, which is a second grade offer. The customer might have to sub to email or SMS list to unlock the offer, but it's more valuable than a first grade offer because you get customers to commit and now you can retarget them and own them. So that would be something like if you go on a brand site and there's a pop-up and the pop-up is like sign up for SMS, get 20% off, or sign up for SMS, get free shipping, or sign up for SMS and unlock a bundle deal or something like that. Um, yeah, pretty simple. So we didn't run an upfront offer because of the price point of the product we were selling. It was, I think, like 40 or $50, which is why we kind of opted for like a back end second grade offer. Just first grade offer just wouldn't have been great because it would have, if the original price of it was like 40 or $50, and we discounted it even more, that would have ate profit margins, and it would have just like not looked good in the eyes of someone coming onto the site. Pretty simple. Yeah, so we ran a second grade offer and it did really, really well for us. A majority of our buyers were making use of the second grade offer. We were getting a bunch of SMS list subscribers every single day, so I think we were getting about 20 a day, which was really good, especially because it was all coming from sales ads and whatever. And yeah, you do need a second grade offer in place. So that could be something super simple like unlocking a bundle deal or getting free shipping, something like that. Just something that's enticing. So you can then later retarget them and you kind of own the customer. Like you don't lose them to Meta. You can send them SMS, email, all of that stuff. But yeah, I mean some offers I would run just for example would be percents off. So that could be maybe like 30%, 40%, 50%. Um I obviously wouldn't take the original, like I wouldn't take the original price of a product. Like let's say the original price of the product is like $60. I wouldn't make the product $30 if I wanted to do a 50% off sale. I would just do a strike through. So I would do something like this. Like, let's say original price is 60, but then I would do like a strike through price. So I would say the original price was 80, and I kind of have that strike through, and then the new price is 40. So you can just see that on the site. Obviously, because it's all cold traffic, no one will know that it was never 80 to begin with. So you can kind of do that and raise the perceived value of the product and the sort of deal that someone is getting. So yeah, you can do those kind of discount offers. You can do bundle offers as well. You can do buy this, get this free. The owner John Goss, Jojo, he kind of runs this really, really great offer where if you buy like literally any product you buy, or not any product, I think it's if you spend $99, you get a free chain that costs like 33 usually to buy. So that's a pretty decent offer as far as bundles go. Or just chains, like sort of jewelry is really, really good to bundle. Um, it's been kind of going off a little bit. That doesn't really have that much to do with offers, more so bundles and conversions. But yeah, all in all, I would just run. I would usually run a first grade offer. I know we didn't hear, but usually I would run a first grade offer. Kind of depends on the vibe you want from your brand and kind of what your audience is like. I would just run simple stuff like this with strike throughs and new prices. Very simple. Definitely run a second grade offer. You pretty much have to be running a second grade offer um, because it's just good to get people into your SMS list and into like your own marketing sphere. So good second grade offers I'd say would be free shipping or more percent off or unlocking bundle deals. And yeah, with offers, you just want to make sure the perceived value of the product is high. That's something that's extremely important. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing more videos like this, kind of going over how we were able to get certain results. I'm gonna be doing videos to other topics as well on how you can make more money as a brand owner with less effort. I'm gonna be giving away a bunch of systems and whatever in these videos. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you made it this far in the video, comment 500. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching.